All right, friends. Here we go. Should have done this a long time ago. Um, Friends, I want to take a minute and get raw. Um, for nearly 10 years, I was not being honest with you or myself. It wasn't on purpose. I didn't intend to deceive anyone. It was actually really a gradual process. I went from somebody that had so much clarity and ambition. At times, it felt like everything I touched turned into gold. Any goal I put down, it seemed like I achieved it relatively quickly. Um, and after I achieved some, real major success, I actually became gripped with fear, and it was really fear of losing everything I had earned. The worry that if I wasn't achieving, I wasn't going to be accepted or appreciated. I felt alone even when I was surrounded by friends and family that may have even been saying all the right things and doing all the right things. Um, I had this underlying belief that I needed to just keep achieving in order to be respected, appreciated. So I, spent millions of dollars and thousands of hours trying to please so many people. Some of who were my friends and family, and some I thought my friends. You know who those are. And some complete strangers. And I watched those people. Over years, people that I felt like I gave some of the most to, invested in their businesses, gave them loans, gave them businesses, invested in their dreams, either from a financial perspective or a time perspective, or oftentimes both. Um, I watched them when I said, I can't help you anymore, you've got to do it yourself. I watched them completely abandon me, even start to ridicule me. Some of them even stole from me. Several of them told lies about me and just tried to undermine anything good I had in my life. And, I've, for those of you that know me, racing motocross, I've broken lots of bones. I've had a couple of long term relationships, have had certainly heartache. But this was really the most painful experience that ever really happened to me, and it chipped away at my soul and made it so that it felt like the walls started creeping in. That everything that I loved and the things I loved the most, they just completely lost their meaning. I lost my belief in the good in humanity and my belief in God, my belief in myself. I'd become so consumed with the possibilities of helping others realize their dreams, I forgot my own. Um, it was it was a dark time, and I allowed the criticism and ridicule to take away, things I love the most, and I let the thoughts of others and the judgments of others really take complete control. And it happened so slowly, almost over almost a decade probably. I just became less and less, so I didn't really realize that it was happening to me. I found myself in relationships with people who constantly would tell me that I didn't love them or I didn't care about them, and as soon as I took my attention off them for a moment to do something else that I enjoy, then they were unhappy with me, and they would say things to make me feel guilty, or yell at me, or start arguments, get physically violent, throw things at me, make big scenes in public or at home. It didn't matter. And I had no idea what was going on, and I had no idea what I'd done to cause it, and I rather than saying peace out, Girl Scout, I tried to fix it, and it wasn't something I could fix. I had friends that only wanted to be around me if I was paying their way, and at times I knew that was the case, and I would continue to do it instead of um, just cutting them off. I hoped that they really were my friends. I didn't want to be alone, and I tried to have loyalty to people I knew for years, even people from my childhood, even when they were like putting me down or trashing me or stealing from me or lying to me. It didn't matter. I thought there was this code of honor with being around people from from high school or from grade school or whatever. Um, and it all started with a belief that I had that I needed to be giving to people for them to like me. And the funny thing is, the more I gave, the more they took. The more I had, the more I gave, the more they took. So, you know, I had this feeling that I needed to achieve in order for people to respect me. Um, the more that I would achieve, the more pressure I put on myself to achieve more, the more other people expect me to achieve. And that it just perpetuated to the more I had of this stuff, the more I felt alone, the more alienated I felt. And I surrounded myself with people that actually were with me just because of my achievement. I actually created this reality and made it real, even though it wasn't always real. I made it real by believing it so much, and it perpetuated the problem, and it just reinforced that belief. And I gave everything I could. I mean, I down to my identity. I felt used. I felt alone. Felt like nobody had my back. Um, I really had nobody had my back. And when the moment I wasn't perfect with something, people jumped on my back, and it really started coming to a head in the last year, um, and that it was just like a big wake up call to me, like where I could not do anything right as soon as I mean motocross track, people complained it was too bumpy, and I felt like I needed to fix this. It was too dry, it was too wet, it was too soft, it was too hard. It's a motocross track, and somehow I fed into this. I had them, speaking ill of me whether I met them or not, saying send that bum back to New York. All he cares about is money. They even made fun of my facial hair. I don't shave every day, and I'm not going to be a slave to that system. And that's why I would have a motocross track, right? Because I don't want to be in office. And my facial hair should not matter. But apparently it did, and people just tried to find anything they could to get under my skin. And while on the outside I probably didn't show it, on the inside I was really burning up, and I let it get to me. And I was at places so that I was so depressed that not that I didn't believe that I couldn't accomplish anything. I thought, what's the point? Why? Why should I even do anything? It ends in the same result of people just pulling from me and wanting more from me, and saying all this. Oh, man, I can remember back to so many moments that I had so many red flags over the last decade, and I had to let it get to this craziness, um, this chaos, and I became a prisoner of my own mind, a prisoner of what other people thought of me. And I was so scared to do anything. Um, I became a slave to the fear and the judgment, and the worries and the shame. Hello, cat. I actually have both of the cats that have joined me for this, but they don't want to be on screen apparently. You can come over here if you want. I think he's camera shy. So now you know my secrets. You know my chinks in my armor. Um, yeah, that's that. I was trying. I was really trying to do everything for you, for everyone else, and I emptied out my cup, and in one moment it felt like complete despair, but now I've been digging myself out of this, and I see how much of a gift it was. So um, even those of you that might have been acting maliciously, I know many of you might have said some of these things without even realizing the possible impact it could have on somebody else. Um, but the ones across the board, whether you um, thought there was something you should have said that you didn't say, or you said something and you think it might have hurt me, or you said something directly to hurt me, or you stole from me, or you know any of these things. Um, Not only do I forgive you, I'm gonna thank you, um, really, because being in my darkest hour and being in this place of depression that I was, or despair. I think despair might be worse than depression. So I'm going to go with despair. Um, it taught me a lot about myself. And, those things that I accomplished in the past, I really think I accomplished a lot of them in my past because I thought that was what was expected of me, was to achieve things and to create things. And that's great. It might have been a wonderful motivator, but I need to do it for myself. And if I was able to do what I did in the past and create the things I did in the past for for others, and for what they were thinking, their thoughts, or what I was thinking their thoughts were, and it wasn't for myself. Now that I've been able to take these fears and worry and the anxiety and depression and take those thoughts and just throw them out, just they're gone. I can't even find them anymore. I don't know where they are. They're gone. I'm here right now to really declare my independence. This is my personal declaration of independence from those thoughts that anyone else might try to project on me. Any of those thoughts of fear and worry, or isolation, or aloneness, or despair, anxiety, discomfort, any of these negative thoughts or emotions, uh, they're not coming into my existence anymore. They just don't exist for me. My feelings completely revolve around abundance, exhilaration, hope, and love, and not just for myself, but for all of you out there. You all deserve great things. You all deserve what you want. There is so much abundance in this world. There is so much abundance. There is definitely enough for everybody. There is so much of it. And all we need to do is focus on those things that we are grateful for. All we need to do is focus on this abundance and how we can acquire it, and we can fill our cups up, and it can spill over into other people's. Spill over everybody's life around us. I feel it already happening. I've only been doing this for 4 months, and I am at the tip of the iceberg. I'm just getting started. I've been coming out of this black hole for, about 4 months now. And wow, it is amazing where I feel like I am right now and what I have in front of me. The wheels are about to come off. And if you want to hate on me, go for it. I'll just use that fuel to transmute towards my success, and you can continue hating on me. The reality is, I love you, and um, you're not going to change that. And there's enough of that out there for all of us. There's enough goodness for all of us. And the second you focus on what you can do for yourself and take action on those things, you can have everything that you want to. I'm not going to back down from my desires. I'm not going to back down from my love of humanity, my beliefs, my consciousness, my awareness of what's really going on. And I'm going to focus on all those positives and try to create more of them. Continue to create more of them. Find more of them. Manifest more of them. I'm free. I'm back. And I'm stronger than ever before. So if this stuff resonates with you, if you're in a tough place right now, or if you want to join along my journey, um, you know, contact me. I would love to have you around. I'm excited for the future. I encourage you all to make a declaration of independence for yourself so you can truly be free. Because freedom is free. Freedom is a state of mind. So, um, I'm not going to get into the whole media propaganda that might be out there. Freedom is absolutely free. The devil is in your fears, and that's all. You can have anything and everything that you want. All you need to do is decide what it is and start thinking about it and believing it and going for it. Start putting that stuff down and shed those fears. And the first way of doing it is admitting them. So here's my admission to you guys. I hope that, anybody out there that I've hurt, I hope you forgive me. I've forgiven myself already. I love you, and I'm excited for what the future may hold. And I hope to see you alongside me and pushing me forward, and I'll try to push you forward, and let's fucking get real. So make your declarations, send them to me, or keep them private, whatever you want to do, but figure it out. Put a smile on your face. It's easy to do, and go after your dreams. Best of luck, everyone.